link.
J.R. Howell, man, he gets it. He's your favorite programmer's favorite programmer. If you're sick of being down there and want to be all the way up here, join WPTH now. You want to know the crazy thing about hate? We prefer it. We prefer thehate.com. Tell them Beasley sent you.
Bam, we're live. It's all over. Thanks to Bill and Katie Hener, Rogue Invitational. What an incredible 3 days. I'm pretty happy it's over this early today. Gives us our whole Sunday free. Thanks for joining us for all these shows. Incredible, insane human output. As we know already, Laura and Adler are the winners. Super impressive. Adler's back. We always knew Laura was good, but there were some questions that maybe something had happened to Adler and that he had lost his oomph. Clearly, he showed this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that he did not lose his oomph. Thank you, Sevon and crew, Dark Lord, Revon. You're very welcome. And thank you for joining us. Also, next Saturday will be the premiere of the behind the scenes. We'll be watching it live with Dave Castro, giving us insights. If you're not a member, it's now time to become a member. What a great event, crazy human output, good races till the very end. I know it's our job to look at no reps and talk about programming and be concerned about this or that and stir the drama, but absolutely wonderful event, easy to watch. Pacing was perfect. Commentary was great. Muscle Manos, the floor commentary after the event. But I'm going to give this an event 10 out of 10. I don't think we know officially who second and third are. The athletes have taken the floor.
So the leaderboard's updated.
Oh, it is updated?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's check it out. Here they're waiting for the award ceremony. Oh, it looks like it's even happening here. Oh, no, that's just James coming to take a seat.
Just James being James.
It's just him being excited.
People are smiling and happy. Adler's got the kilt on. Adler and Lambre and team must be extremely excited. Let's go ahead and pull up the leaderboard and see how close this was. Great races in the women's and men's event. Super high caliber competition. Adler 715, Medeiros 685. Medeiros just couldn't pull it off. He was in striking distance coming into the final event. Roman Krenikov did what he had to do to hold third place. There's probably a pretty nice chunk of change there. Also, James Sprague, former Cross the Games champion, a close fourth. Jay Crouch 640, really good for Jay.
Yeah,
really good for Jay to be able to fight off Jason and Ricky. He should be out of that. Happy with that. Vellner, almost, is he 100 points out of first? Vellner
just over.
Had a fantastic second day and then imploded. I wonder if there's something there just that's having to do with age. Colton Merton 9th, moves up a spot. I think he should be pretty happy with that. What did Colton take in that last event?
16th. He beat Vellner, so that's a win.
Definitely hometown favorite. And then rounding off your top 10, Austin Hatfield. Colton is in good space. Ricky also had it. What did Ricky get in that final event? Ricky had a good final event.
Third.
Always good to see that. And then let's head on over to the ladies. The women also had an outstanding competition. 760 for Laura Horvat. She, what a powerhouse. There were people in the comments saying, "Oh, it's only second. She's only second because Tia's not here." I don't think you can say that. Laura was crazy impressive. 7th, 5th, 4th, 1st, 3rd, 4th, 4th, 8th. I do think that she smiled at Emma Lawson, let Emma Lawson pass her on that last bag. I don't think she had to do that, so I think she could have even placed higher. Listen, Laura is a powerhouse, and the fact that after Tia's showing at Wodapalooza, Laura is a front runner. Hopefully she does do the games, CrossFit Games this year. She pulls her panties out of her butt and she does the games. Do we know, have we heard anything on whether she's going to do the games this year?
She's doing them.
I don't think we've heard anything, but it would be pretty sick to watch her go up against Tia this year.
Also, Gazan, crazy impressive. Broken leg this year, and then takes second place in this, beating the second fittest woman in the world by 50 points. But that doesn't take anything away from Lucy Campbell, who continues to impress. Every time we see her compete now, we're getting more and more data on her. She seems to only be getting better, as so does Alex and Emma Lawson. Emma Lawson got edged out by 5 points. If they would have tied, it looks like Emma has a first and Lucy has a first. Emma has a second. Lucy has a second. And then Lucy has 3/3. And Emma Lawson does not have that. So Lucy Campbell that is a little more in a commanding position than the score shows. Kerstetter did great. She's only going to get better. It's really promising. Don't you think, guys? Look at these top 6 athletes: Kerstetter, Emma Lawson, Lucy Campbell, Alex Gazan, Laura Horvath. I don't know how much better Laura is going to get, but those next 5 are only going to get better. Wouldn't you guys agree?
100%.
Yeah, I think this is like the new guard coming up. I think this is the people we can expect to do top 5, top 10 in every big event this coming year.
Who impressed you the most this weekend on the women's side, JR?
Lucy, to me, still, by far. I mean, I'm similarly to James. I mean, she won Wodapalooza, and then she went to the games and podiumed, and then now, like, I think at this point, you have to have her. You have to have her in your top 3 going into any competition.
Especially because she's supposed to be the girl that's not strong, and she showed up at the strong event and got on the podium. It's like, okay, that story is we can almost put to rest. She's maybe not as strong, but it's not that she's not the strong girl.
Yeah, I think maybe there's some specific positional strength limitations that she has just due to her wrist. But I mean, everyone has that one little thing that if it comes up in a certain way, they might take a hit on. I mean, other than Tia, everyone has that event somewhere.
And then you go down to 4th place and you look at Emma Lawson. And the reason why Emma Lawson, obviously, she's been fantastic in years past. And there was a time when Mal O'Brien, Emma Lawson, and Tia were all in this conversation of who's going to be the best. Tia was in the tier above them, but Emma and Mal were nipping at their heels. We know Mal went sideways, and now Emma seems to be getting better. Her strength was suspect in a couple previous events, right? She didn't do so well, and we were concerned that maybe her back was causing her to be too gingerly, but I think she showed up this weekend.
Yeah, she looked awesome. I mean, even on some of the workouts that you wouldn't normally think she would do well on, she did. So it doesn't appear like she really has a big hole anywhere.
And then Kerstetter right below her, we've seen Kerstetter appears to be going into that next phase of life where it's going to go from girl Kerstetter to woman Kerstetter, and the limits seem unlimited for her also.
And, you have someone like Olivia, too, who's that young. She is probably never going to not be top 3 in any strength workout. And when you already have that, you're going to be really, really tough to like dethrone, because there are going to be workouts in CrossFit that are strength limiting, whether it's battery, whether it's 1 rep max. And the fact that Olivia doesn't have to develop that with age, that she already has that, she just has to maintain it, is kind of an odd thing. We really haven't seen anything like that since Matt, coming into the sport already knowing that you're going to win or almost win any strength event.
Roman now announced, great observation. Roman now announced as the 3rd place finisher. As soon as we see the next 2 guys get up on the podium, we'll go over to there he is. Justin, impressive. Is Justin back?
Justin's back, man.
Was he gone?
Yeah, he was.
Just a little vacation. Just a little vacation.
Listen.
3-year hiatus.
Yeah, that's fine.
Chuck, do you know who Majin Buu is?
No.
Is that a capital, John?
It's a Dragon Ball Z reference. It's not a capital. The Majin Buu that just rips people apart. That's the Justin that we have now. There was
That is such a vague reference.
There's chubby, because there's chubby Justin, and that's the chubby Boo, who's just not near as potent. And then there's the Majin Buu that comes to tear people apart. That's who we got going on right now.
And there they are. There's your men winners. Krennikov in
up,
third,
boys?
Justin in second, and Jeffrey Adler in third. What's up, Dallin?
It's in the car. What's up with you
Are
guys?
you driving or are you passenger? You look like passenger.
I'm passenger. I got my dad with me.
Oh, okay. I was concerned. I thought you were letting your wife driving. I was gonna fucking ding you on the man scale. Good to see you.
No. They're away.
All right.
We're keeping distance from them.
Thanks for enhancing the competition with the shows. You're very welcome, and thanks for watching. Okay, Down, go ahead. Just tell me your thoughts. Well, I'll give you some specific questions. What are your thoughts about the programming this weekend?
I thought there were some fun events to watch. I heard a lot of stuff about hinging. I've been pretty busy the last couple of days trying to get out of here. But some of the things I was hearing were some complaints about the over hinging. I thought the events were really cool. I really would have to look at it deeper to see what movements may have been missed or if there was redundancies, that type of thing.
Can you tell us anything that the boys are telling you that's private, that's like, ooh, man, like they're sore? Or were they beat up going into Sunday?
I haven't talked to them much during the actual competition. I know it's been a long year. I know that's pretty much the general vibe. But going into the competition, there was some chatter that Justin was going to do well. And so there he was.
Hey, was Justin gone and now Justin is back? Is that a fair characterization?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's kind of found what works for him again. That's different than the first time around, and he's enjoying it. You can see it and hear it when you talk to him, and obviously it showed this weekend.
Did you watch the final event?
Yeah, I was over on Spin for a minute.
And so what do you think's going through Justin's mind, knowing he goes into that final event, he knows he can win the whole thing, but he's got to beat this savage that is Jeffrey Adler?
Yeah, well, there was 20 points, John?
Yeah, 15 or 20, yeah.
20 going into the last one. James is 10 away from Roman, and who are we talking? Justin and Adler?
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Justin knew it wasn't off the table that he could win, but
Let
he
me
was
throw
more
this out
focused
there
on
real.
making sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me throw this out there real quick. This is hindsight is 2020, but he was in control of his own destiny, because if he would have won that workout, Roman, James, and Ricky and Jason all would have come between him and Adler, and he would have won. So if he would have won that event, go ahead.
I think he's not in control of his own destiny because Justin Medeiros is not going to win that event ever. And Justin knows that. Love you, Justin. Justin's going into that thinking, okay, I see where the race is, and if I'm peeking at his bike, whatever it is, and if it's close, I'm gonna try and pick him off and get a couple people between us. But I think Justin knows like a top 7 on that workout is going to be an incredible finish for him, and it's going to lock him up at least a second place.
And
that's what I would imagine he's thinking. Yeah.
Okay, and that is what he got with the 7th. Hey, I don't know if you watched any of the women's competition, but how real is Laura Horvat still getting better?
I would think so. She locked it up before the final. She had a 105-point lead or whatever. I don't know the event what she had. Yeah, this Rogue is usually a pretty good call to see events as well continue to do that. I would say everyone. What rate is?
Is he pulling a U-Haul? Is that a U-Haul interfering with his cell reception back there?
Definitely
Yes.
a U-Haul.
That U-Haul's
just a little
tailgating you,
one.
buddy. That thing's tailgating you. Let me ask you one more question.
We got
I'll
a
hand it over
little
to-
trailer. We got a 28-foot freight shipping trailer, and we filled that, and we weren't planning on getting the U-Haul, and then we had to.
Let me ask one more question. I can see John's chomping at the bit a little bit. What about we saw Tia not look so good, not look Tia-esque at Wodapalooza, and then we see Laura absolutely crush Rogue. Thoughts on the matchup at the games this year? Was that the real Tia at Wodapalooza, or is that resting Tia?
That was resting Tia. We took the we were in the same car from the airport over to the hotel at SoCal, and she was chilling after the games. So
Okay, John, did you want to throw something in there? You look like you were chomping at the bit, maybe.
I would pose the question if there were deficit handstand push-ups and Laura took a 0 in that event, Alex Kazan wins Rogue.
I can't argue that.
I mean, what they want.
It was also a deadlift. That whole workout was a deadlift workout.
That's what I'm saying. It was so irrelevant to have the handstand push-ups, and we were talking about how much of a miss that was. If it was double the if they made any relevance at all, which would be double it or a deficit or, you know, just different things, then Alex Kazan very well could have won Rogue. If it was how they intended it to be, but it was just super irrelevant.
Hey, watch out for those rumble strips.
Yeah, is your dad staying in between the
Hey,
lines, Dallin?
I wasn't nuts. Yeah, he's got it locked in.
Hey, that would have been 85 points. I don't know if
My,
Alex would have
you
won,
guys
but it
hear
would
me
have been
and
really
speak
close.
right?
Kind of.
Kind of. Kick me off if it gets bad.
Okay, we will. We're as soon as if Katie comes on, we're kicking you off too. Hey, any takeaways? How are you feeling watching it from home and not competing? And how's your health?
How does it feel? Terrible.
Okay.
Glad I was busy. Keep my mind occupied. Fired up to finally get back into things. I'm cleared to do some easy stuff, and I'll just monitor it over the next 10 days, and should be able to get back into things quickly.
And what was going on? You would just push a little harder.
I've had like.
And your heart rate would elevate?
Some of the easiest examples. Yeah, this is a super easy run, and I'm hitting heart rates that I hit at event 1 during the games on that 6-mile run, and I'm running 3 minutes slower per mile. I'm doing a workout with wall walks, and it's 4 reps at a time, and I'm laying there on the ground in between every single one, just like had nothing. I thought I had given it enough time and just didn't. So,
any signs that the situation's getting better?
Yeah, I started doing some easy stuff, and the heart rate's much more under control. Still a little bit elevated, but as long as I keep it and smart working through it and keep talking with the doctor. I actually use the CrossFit Medical Society. It's super nice because they actually understand what I'm doing. And just, yeah, we'll be back in no time.
What's the explanation? Do they have an explanation for this?
For like the whole situation?
Yeah. For your situation.
Yeah, I mean, I was crazy sick. Got the rhabdo right after. Tried to take a little bit of time off. And then, I mean, I was trying to get ready for one of the biggest competitions of the year. So I was chomping at the bit to get back into things, and I just didn't give myself enough time.
Okay, so nothing serious. Nothing to be worried about.
Yeah, I'll be good. I already feel like once I actually took more time off, 10 days or so, like my general energy levels throughout the days, and not even in training, just during the day, came back pretty quickly, and then we started to see that come back into some of the easy aerobic work I've been doing.
All right, and you said you did not watch the competition much?
No, I tried to watch all the events. Just haven't thought super deeply about some of the programming and all that yet.
Is Jay Crouch beat Ricky Garrard in this event? Jay took a 5th and Ricky took a 7th. Jay beat him by 45 points. Have we seen a change in Oceania? Who's the king of Oceania?
No, I think it depends on how they show up to a competition. Ricky didn't look quite right on the back squat sandbag, so I'm wondering if there was maybe like a little back issue there. I think it's just going to flip flop. That's just how the men's field is right now.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to add?
You guys are doing good. I watched some of your stuff, so keep doing it. You guys are great. I'll be
Enough
I'll
to
keep
be top of the
listening,
media hill, or
well, if you want to take everyone off and put you into one little bubble, then maybe we can slide you up. But that's asking a lot from someone who just sits back there and pushes buttons.
Oh, damn.
Hey, whoa. Hey,
Oh,
pal. Hey, listen up, guy. I do a lot of work here, okay?
Shots fired.
All right, down. So the plan is
it'd be lost without you, Caleb.
Let me ask you this, down. One more question, a hard one here. So is WFP out for you in regards to your healing?
Ideally, I'm out there trying to win. I got to see how this build goes.
Oh, he planned that perfectly.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well done. Well done.
Bye, Dallin. Thank you.
I don't think JR, does he come back for WFP?
I'm sure he wants to. I'm sure that knowing all the guys are out there competing this weekend was a lot harder for him than he let on. I'm sure that he will be itching to get back on the floor at all, and probably doesn't want the next time he's back on a floor to be at semifinals, because unless he competes at Wodapalooza in March, the next time he would be on a competition floor would be trying to get a game spot. Whether, I think he said on Chase's podcast last week that he thinks he's going to be out west, and it's going to be like him, Justin, and James trying to fight over who's going to try to get those spots at Legends. And maybe the other one goes to NorCal if they don't want to travel. So I would imagine he wants to get on the floor, not just to win the money and win the overall title for the season, but just to get another touch point heading into 2026.
John, you confirm that? You concur that he wants to get some floor time before the big show?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. John, your audio is absolutely ass.
Is this better?
It's hard to tell if it ever comes from your mic or not.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, it's your mic. I could hear it when you moved it forward.
Yeah. Do you own a mic, or bring the mic closer to you?
Okay.
Mic stand.
Going from the bottom, let's go to the gentleman here. Ulis Ubenex pulls out with a calf tear. Samuel Quant, Achilles. Harry Lightfoot, thoughts on Harry's tactics on those last two events?
I wasn't just the last two. He did every event like that.
Just came shot out of a cannon.
And it just paid off for him on one of them, and it didn't pay off on 8 of them.
Do you think that that's smart use of the competition to just sort of kind of use it as seems like it's more of a training when you do it like that?
I think when you're already like way lower than you thought you would be, and then it just becomes about just seeing what's possible and just having fun at that point. If you're close to like top 10, then it's like I need to execute every workout to the best of my ability. So I want to see if I can get top 10 at Rogue. But when it's gone really poorly, you might as well have fun with it. And just if you think there's a workout you'll do well in, send it and see what happens.
Saxon Panchek, 6th, 13th, 14th, 18th, 17th, 15th, 8th, 11th, 18th. Last minute, he was a backfill for Dallin Pepper. JR, do you think that he can blame this on just short notice arrival, or is just Saxon just he's going to continue to be outclassed as we see him compete in events?
I'm sure he was just pumped to be there. I mean, he tried to get in through the qualifier, didn't make it, and was probably just continuing to train, getting ready for the 2026 season. And when he got the call, I mean, I'm sure he would have came under any circumstance. I was actually texting a coach and saying, hey, like even someone like Saxon being back into the fray for 2026, since the games field is only 30, like people like Saxon are just going to make it harder and harder for bubble athletes to get a game spot, because whether it's online or in-person competition, not just the fitness, but that level of experience. I mean, Saxon's going to be one of those guys that you have to think is going to be in the mix to take a game spot.
But he is sort of a gatekeeper, like Mel is saying here. Terrible for Saxon. I don't think that's necessarily true. How did he do at Syndicate last year?
He was fourth.
He wasn't at Syndicate. Spencer was.
Oh, with Spencer.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's all the same to me. Do you think that this is a terrible finish for him?
No, I think if you would have asked him what's a realistic expectation, I mean, he probably would have said somewhere 10 to 15. It would probably have been a reasonable expectation for him.
Do you think he expected to beat Guy and Fabian and BKG?
I don't know. Knowing the history of Rogue, probably not Guy from a programming standpoint.
BKG, 350 points, 16th place. Is BKG done? Is BKG going to make it to the games this year for his 11th or 12th showing?
Who you got?
Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
I mean,
John.
I think he's kind of like Saxon in my opinion, but just way, way older. Like he's good enough to get there and then not do anything when he's there. And
okay, so we could see him
until
at the games.
Yeah, and until he's tired of it. Yeah.
Fabian Herman's 15th, the guy that came from nowhere. His best finish was a 6th in event number 3.
I'm actually really happy for Fabian Hermans.
Me too. He saved
Why?
face.
He got to win his heat in the last one.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, just getting a 6th place in any workout, even if just any workout, even if it's a specialty workout, I think is impressive.
Another good point by Jake Chapman. BKG is now an affiliate owner. He's taken over Annie Thorsdotter's gym, CrossFit Reykjavik, big gym, 800 members. That should probably also make it a little more difficult for him to make it to the games.
Yeah.
Does that mean Annie's trying to make time to win Masters or something?
Nah, she's working on her book.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Forgot that's the next stage.
And then keynoting.
Can Justin get better at the bike? Justin improves on the bike, and he's right back at the top. Cost him at the games and Rogue. I think Justin may be maxing out his human potential on the bike.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a bike sprint, like that's about as good as he's going to have. He got 7th place, and the only people who are beating him are all over 215. And they're long and tall. You're never going to beat Roman, Dallin, Jason in a workout like that. James, you're just not going to.
Yonikowski takes. Oh, sorry. Were you going to say something, JR?
Well, I just said bless you.
Yonikowski takes 4th in event 1, and then it's just downhill from there. 15, 13, 10, 13, 17, 16, 14, 10.
That's like his games finishes like 5 years ago.
Yikes.
How is a CrossFitter that's been around as long as him still not top 10 in the couplet?
He is top 10.
No, he's 14th in the couplet.
Sorry.
In the couplet. I mean, it's just shocking to me.
Well, there's a limit to your fitness.
He's built for that workout too.
That's how aerobically fit he is.
Is he really that old? How old is he? 30?
He's not. He's like 30,
old.
I think.
Yeah.
He also like won 21.1, which was the 55 wall walks and 550 double unders. Like
31.
he's been there to a point where he's like, oh, Yana's like an open athlete, or he's won last chance qualifiers, and he's won open style programming type workouts. And you would probably say this is the only workout in this competition that is classic in the gym open style programming, right? Is what you're saying.
Aaron Frazier, a little pushback on John Young's analysis. Jay Crouch and Adler beat Justin on the final. They are not big guys.
Yeah, but I'm saying I didn't say either one of those athletes. I didn't say any one of those. Justin's guaranteed 5th, and he got 7th. I'm saying that I don't think that's far off of the best finish he could possibly have in that workout.
Jay isn't as small as people say he is. Oh, he's pretty small. He's got a 24-inch waist.
He's small boy.
To John's point, though, if Justin or Jay or any of the guys that are not as big. Spend all this time just trying to be able to hold at 80 RPM instead of 78, then I guarantee you something else that they're better than those big guys at is going to suffer. And it's not worth it. It's silly.
Dude, Justin's running improvement alone is worth 10 times more than even getting 5th in that workout instead of 7th. 10 times more, because he could bike all year just trying to improve his biking. He's not going to beat James in that workout. He's not going to beat Roman in that workout. He did. Now him
Or
passing,
Hopper.
or Hopper, him passing Jason and James in that running workout, in my opinion, is the most impressive thing in all of Rogue, with like one person's improvements in a certain thing.
I was blown away, actually. Oh, oops. I was actually blown away that he was able to do that. That was absolutely wild. I agree.
Even if he ended up 5th place in Rogue, and I know he got 2nd, but even if he ended up 5th, I would still put him higher on the mountain, let's say, because of that event.
How
Hey,
did Medeiros beat them?
And listen to Justin's one finish outside of 7th was a access dependent gymnastics workout. It was the horizontal pegboard, and that was it.
Yeah, Justin has a 1st, a 7th, a 2nd, a 13th, a 7th, a 6th, a 4th, a 5th, and a 7th. And this is basically how he won the games twice also.
Yes.
Minus the 1st.
Yeah.
Let's be consistent.
Dude, this is 2021 Justin Medeiros. And like, I think it's top 5 at the games material and could win.
Do you think that if we asked Justin if he's been running more, he would say yes?
He would say yes, because I think he said he has, because he doesn't have that lingering injury anymore. That was the issue.
And what was the injury?
It was a foot thing.
Some kind of foot injury that just prevented him from really putting in any volume running.
And you even see it in his body. Like this looks like ripped up Justin.
He
Or
does
Justin.
look like he leaned out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much more fit looking for sure.
Where Justin a year ago was chubby Justin. Chubby bunny Justin.
Hapalainen showing how much better he is than Jonakoski coming out of Europe by 70 points on Yona. Then Chandler Smith. How long is Chandler Smith going to go? This isn't a bad placement for him.
He's competed every single year there's been a Rogue Invitational. I think he's probably
I heard that. That was
I think
crazy.
he's probably the only athlete that can say that.
I think
So I'm sure he'll keep going.
Yeah, I think he wants to be the first person to compete in 10 Rogues.
What is it at now?
The way Noah has 10 games appearances, he wants 10 Rogue appearances.
Thanks for all the pre and post shows this weekend. You're very welcome. Thank you for the loot. Means a lot.
Is this 6 or 7, JR?
I think it's his 7th, he said.
I think the first year was 2019.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, 6.
This would be 6th.
Austin
4 more
Hatfield,
years.
a 10th. John, do you want to field this one? 465, almost 150 points out of first place.
Yeah. No, he's not that guy.
Not that guy, pal.
Now, and JR said this repeatedly at the games. You're going to have thrusters. You're going to have ring muscle ups. You're not going to have 5 power output events. You're only going to have 1. All of that bodes well for him, where he'll be around 5th and 6th place. But as far as like winning the games, I don't see it anymore. I did see it, and I don't see it anymore. The like Chandler outpacing you on the last deadlift, to like, you see him coming and he still lets him like jump him. And there was like 3 instances where somebody jumped him from behind. And those things are so easy to not let happen. It's just a mentality, and they keep happening. When he blew up and killed Taylor on the legless rope climbs, you would think, okay, that means that's not going to be a problem at the games. I'm glad that happened here and not at the games. And he was still the last person in the heat on a high rope climb workout. that doesn't happen to people that win the games. You know, like James has the complete opposite trajectory. Every time he struggles on something, look at him now. every time we think he's going to struggle, he ends up freaking being third place in a 40 back squat with 315 workout. So I do think in the games he is like could even podium, but he's like a 4th through 7th kind of a guy. Like he belongs to be in the mix, but as far as winning, I'm not gonna say that he could win.
What if Hatfield would have been in the? And this is a big would have vote. If he would have been in Heat 2, would we have seen him? If he could have gotten to that Heat 2 more often, you think we would have seen him jump higher?
Yeah, I mean, I think his placements would have been a little bit better, but you're look at the point discrepancy. Like he's 465. He's not jumping Pat. Pat was 560. So the best case scenario is you beat Colton and now you're 9 and Colton's 10. Instead, Colton's 9 and you're 10. That's the best case scenario if he is in Heat 2, right? Because he's not going to magically get 100 more points.
Colton Mertens 480, a 10th, a 9th, a 1st, a 19th, a 19th, a 3rd, a 15th, a 1st, and a 16th. I do think Colton could have done significantly better if he would have worked on some of these transitions, especially on the power stair and the deadlift workout. But he kind of is, then that line above him is where there's kind of that separation between the guys who are actually a threat to the podium and guys who are not.
Yeah, I agree.
And then you have Patrick Vellner, 3rd, a 5th, an 8th, an 8th, a 5th, and a 2nd. An incredible first 2 days. I mean, just like wow.
Boy, he really had an old man fall apart last day.
The durability, the ability to recover and bounce back and stay inside the top 10 on those workouts obviously did not pan out on day 3.
He did the exact opposite of what he normally does. Sorry, go ahead.
I think what you saw a lot though on days 1 and 2 were workouts that were either skill or load limiting. You didn't see a lot of base capacity limiting workouts, and a lot of people would argue that all 3 on the last day were that.
Don't you expect better from him though on the final workout than 17th? Like maybe
on the final,
like
yeah,
9th or 10th.
I would say 8 too.
Yeah. I don't know about it. I don't
16th, know Fabian Herman's beat him. JR, stop it.
Yeah, I would definitely expect more out of him on the finale, being someone that's actually done that workout before.
Well, let's say that workout was day 1. What would he have gotten, JR? You think top 10?
I think so. Yeah.
I think he beats Justin Medeiros if it's on day 1.
Wow. Ricky Garrard, a 5th, a 4th, and 18th. Something definitely hit him in that 3rd workout where he took the 18th. Back squatting has not been known to be Ricky's forte. Then a 4th, 11th. He gets a 1st and shows us glimmers of how great Ricky is. Then a 12th, and then goes hard again in the final workout, a 3rd.
He's become. This is starting to become a pattern with him, where there's just one workout that just didn't, for whatever reason, something happened that's out of his control. Like, he's hurt on his back or whatever. It doesn't matter. But the pegboard, like there's just one workout where it just really just sinks his whole games. I know he got 2nd. It's just happened in, I would say, more than half of his competitions where one event stops him from being successful.
And then you go to Jason Hopper with some of the most impressive performances of the weekend, 3 first-place finishes. And I'm guessing this is kind of nice for him because he can now see his holes very clearly. First workout in 18th and the 8th workout is 17th. The 17th is perplexing, isn't it, in the run event?
No, it's not.
That's not a run event.
It's in the
overhead squat. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, overhead squat and burpees. So can he improve on those more than, let's say, we were talking about Medeiros improving on the bike? Is that a problem, or is that no? Hey, dude, you're cursed with that giant body that gets 3 firsts.
I think, like someone like Brent, when they were competing in their prime, just squat cycle rate. Jason can squat with his feet as narrow as Matt. And he has really, really good mobility. Can he learn to widen his squat out and cycle squats faster, kind of like Noah learned to do really early in his career? Probably. I think it would take a lot of practice to do so. But I think in general, his speed of squat, I'm not a physiology guy, but I think his speed of squat is something that he needs to improve with a barbell more than anything else.
The winning time on that workout was 5:49. Colton Mertens.
He was like
No.
7 something, right?
And where was
17th.
Am I looking at the wrong workout? Is it workout step?
Just keep going down.
You
should
gotta
be
keep going down.
Workout 8.
You weren't down far enough.
Oh
And
wow.
I mean, James is a good example of
7:17. So it goes 7:17, 7:15, 7:12, 7:12, 6:55. That's where James Sprague is for 13th.
You're saying, can he improve that? Like, you look at James, who's just guy, and I know Hopper's got a great aerobic engine, but that's the example of two guys that are that size that just, no matter what they do, this is where they're going to be. And Colton has the same thing in the duel. You know, it's just this. I don't mind the differences in this, but it is going to be what it is as far as improvement goes.
If he wants to be a dominant champion, he's going to have to fix that problem. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, Jer.
Well, the back-to-back at the games, he won the CrossFit Games in a back-to-back, had burpee box jump overs, and he took hits on both, especially on the one with a vest. So burpee speed, squat speed, it's just something to improve on for sure. But obviously you see what happens when he gets stuff that he's really good at. No one can beat him in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, and what was it? Workout one again? I can't even remember.
Log muscle ups.
Yeah, that's I was talking to this about this workout with someone, and I wonder if you just make it regular bar muscle ups outside of a few outliers, if the leaderboard shakes out very similarly. If it's more of a race to the bar muscle ups now and who can get through the 20, or if who paces it knowing, well, half these people can't do log bar muscle ups. So I'm just going to take it easy getting there knowing I can pass people. Like if that workout would have just been 20 bar muscle ups regular, how much differently would the leaderboard look?
Even 20 ring muscle ups, I think it would look.
Sure. I'm just, he's had a log at the gym for 3 years and the gap hasn't been able to get closed. He's a lot better at them, but so is everyone else. So it's just, is that just a weird fluke event, or is that kind of a longer chipper, no weightlifting at all? Maybe this is something that still can be really improved upon.
If he gets a 10th in that, he's in third place. He's on the podium.
Yeah. And I think
Jake,
if it's regular bar muscle ups, he probably does.
Jay Crouch should be really happy. All finishes in the top 10 except for top 9, except for workout number 5, very Medeiros-esque. What was that workout? That 2-round workout? Workout 5?
The duel.
Okay, and that's a pretty outlier event.
Yeah, it's a sprint.
Sprint and execution. I think it's that Jay's looking really good coming into this next season. I mean, when you look at like this weightlifting kind of power output style programming that Rogue has, like you wouldn't necessarily place him to have those scores, I wouldn't think, as being one of the smaller guys relative to the field. And so to see that, especially if they sprinkled in some more Metcon style aerobic based stuff that like we'll see at the games, like it's looking really good for him coming up this season.
Yeah, Medeiros only had one workout outside the top 7.
And I know from a competitor standpoint, you want to believe that you can go and beat the best. But if I'm anybody in Australia and I know they're getting 2 spots, if I'm not Jay or Ricky, I'm looking at Europe, I'm looking at Africa, I'm looking at South. I'm seriously like that.
Bailey, we're talking to you, Bailey.
That is more of a stranglehold, in my opinion, than any region. Like regionally, you're just going to kind of be forced to travel. I don't think you can realistically think that you can beat either of those guys in a 3-day competition to go to the games. But
James Sprague, fourth place, 650 points, 15 points out of the podium as a 13th, a third, a 7th, a third, a 10th, a 5th, a 13th, and a second. Some great finishes there, 3/3 and a second and a fifth.
Dude, Roman's comeback after the second event is pretty legit. One event outside the top 7, and just to have 6 top 5s back to back, it's pretty.
What do you mean?
Nuts.
Oh, yeah. Roman's comeback is crazy. And
Not
once
as crazy
again,
as Lucy's, but it's up there.
once again, the log got Sprague.
Mm-hmm.
Every big guy.
And then Medeiros wins the log. He takes advantage of where he's good at. He's in second place. Justin Medeiros, a first, a 7th, a second, a 13th. What did he get that 13th in?
That was a bench press
pegboard.
pegboard.
The lateral pegboard. And to JR's point, I think it's more of an accessibility thing than an actual his fitness, or he's terrible at pegboards type deal.
How many people do you think install that in their gym after this?
Probably half.
Like, do people actually care? Like, oh God, I gotta. Like when we saw pegboards at the CrossFit Games, obviously everybody just starts mounting them in their gyms, but we start using this horizontal pegboard in Rogue, and you get like a handful of guys that actually practice it, or like they're lucky enough to have a gym that has one. You know, like who actually cares to actually get better at that thing?
I bet Justin does. What's the difference between first and second at Rogue, money wise?
$200,000.
Like insane.
$200,000.
It's worth purchasing the pegboard, huh?
I think so. For
Yeah.
someone like
Especially
Justin, someone that good, yeah, for sure.
If he gets 6th place, he wins.
Hey, and I was going to say, you take that event out, and what Adler did is he did the opposite. He capitalized on that event. You take that event out, and Justin's the champ.
Yeah.
But even like with that, I don't think you could just take that event out. Justin has to get 6th place. What's the difference between 6th and 13th time wise?
13th was 17:12.
I mean, 7th was 13:20. So 4 minutes. That's how much better you got to get.
Yeah, and hey, that's pretty easy on that event.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna say
pretty easy on
that's
that
a really weird event though.
I know.
Where you look at the time spread and you're like, oh, they're so much fitter. Well, it might just be that you stood there for a minute waiting to do another pegboard.
Yeah.
I'll make it sound better. You have to beat Guy in that workout.
Yeah. And not to take anything away from Adler, because Adler took 11th on the log muscle ups where Justin took first. So Justin capitalized on an odd implement also, whereas Adler just mitigated the damage. He didn't have quite as much damage as Justin.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it's exactly the same. It's 10 places per event. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Wow.
event 2 and event 3 are the same too.
Yeah, it's I mean Jeff and Justin both showed not a lot of weakness anywhere all weekend.
We're out of this era of dominance where falling outside the top 10 is the nail in the coffin for you, because Jeff has 2 11th places and he still wins by a nice margin, 30 points.
Yeah. We probably shouldn't keep Katie waiting.
Oh shit, I didn't even see her. Thank you.
Yep.
How long has she been there? Oh shit, how long have you been there?
Like
Too
20
long.
minutes.
She's got to go now.
Thank you, Souza.
Yeah.
Katie, what's up, girl? Congratulations.
Thank you. I have no voice, so if you can't hear me, I'm sorry.
Your coffers are $1.5 million lighter.
Absolutely. Well
Hey,
worth it.
Incredible event. Some really showcasing a lot of the up and coming talents, especially on the women's side. Absolutely incredible. Do you have a favorite moment for the weekend?
I think I have a couple, but it was just a great weekend. I know there was a lot of talk about the programming, but I think we were trying to just showcase the athletes, and I think they did a hell of a job.
We were talking about what was the 3 hardest events, or the hardest events in the history of CrossFit competitions. And people were talking about the 2009 games, 2020, and then they got Rogue. Now the boys were voting, and they say this is number 3. Did you know that going into it, or do you think that? Do you think that that's fair?
No, because I don't think anything tops the 2009 games. I mean, it would be hard to do that one.
Yeah, they got that one up at the top.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's like I told Hopper. It's supposed to be hard. They didn't come here for it to be easy. That wouldn't be any fun.
No, a lot of prize money. Some people are even speculating that you did it on purpose to take a shot at the WFP.
No, we did not do it on purpose. We stayed true to our roots. You know, we've been around for a second, and look, it just it went well together. I think I liked it. I know Friday night's workout was hard as hell, but you know that 500-pound and 350-pound deadlift was pretty cool as well.
Did you make an adjustment on the deadlifts? There was Josh had kind of let out of the bag in an interview he did with Pedro and Zach Tillander on your post show that maybe there would be some adjustments on Saturday.
I didn't change anything. It's what we tested. I had a male and a female test, and those are the weights we tested. And they both came under the two that tested came under the cap. And actually, when we were testing, I was telling a couple guys here, I got goosebumps when they crossed the finish line in testing, so I knew it was the right workout. But yeah, we didn't make any adjustments. The only adjustment we made was the run this morning. It was supposed to be outside, and the weather was just up and down, and I didn't want one heat to go with no rain and another heat to go in rain. So we made the call last night to come inside.
The word we're getting from the fans there on the ground is that the actual adjustment was probably better than the original event, that it was absolutely insane watching them run around through the crowd like that.
Yeah, I think it was it was the right move, but I think for both the athletes and the spectators, it was awesome because there were still a lot of people in the arena, but Vendor Village was full. So every time the athletes ran out there, they had a full crowd screaming at them.
Yeah, that's cool. The performance that Lucy Campbell put on, there was a lot of talk about her maybe not being strong enough to compete and that it was going to take too long in her career to get strong. Thoughts on that? Is the discussion about Lucy Campbell being strong over?
I was giving her shit all weekend because before the event started, she's like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to do. And at the end of each night, I kept saying, I thought you said you didn't like the programming and you weren't going to do well. And I said the same thing when she got on the podium tonight as well. She did a hell of a job. She crushed that Echo bike.
Dude,
yeah.
Her
Go ahead,
last
John.
day was second, first, and third. The last day, that's her event finishes. Second, first, third.
The lateral pegboard, anything you would change about that workout? I was thinking when I was looking at it, like maybe the pegboard traverse should have been shorter a little bit. What did you think about that? Do you like how that's so significant in that workout after seeing it?
Well, it was only significant for the people that maybe didn't practice or hadn't been on it before. I think everybody that was here last year and actually spent some time on it did really well at that workout.
Fair enough. And do you guys sell those, or are those something that can be purchased, or do people just purchase the vertical ones and turn them sideways?
People are purchasing the vertical ones and turn them sideways.
Are they manufactured the same as the one you have out there, or is it different?
No,
method?
the ones we have here that has a backing on it, the ones that we sell go straight through because it's typically on a wall. But athletes are getting creative, and that's what I said. Look, I knew in that workout people weren't going to finish, and that's okay. Like we were okay with that. A little bit surprised after watching them test it. They had about 20-25 minutes to test on Wednesday night when they were here for their brief. And most of them seem to be going well. And I would say that even for the log bar stuff that I've seen online of people using a log in their training, and then they got stopped here on site. So some of that is just the way competition goes.
Ariel Lowen looked a little off today. Are there any updates on her situation? We hadn't heard she was injured, but she just looked like she was moving through syrup today.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything medically with her. Talked to her a couple times. I think it just adding up of the weekend got to her today.
There were the hardcore Tia fans in the chat. I don't necessarily agree with this. I don't agree with this at all. But they were saying if Tia's not there, it's only second. I think Laura's performance was absolutely insane with 95 points. Thoughts on comments like that?
I think there's always going to be comparisons in any sport when you have that when someone's not there. That in the history of sport, that always happens. But what I will say about Laura, she came out here and kicked ass, and she was lighter. She was smiling. She's very methodical in her approach to each workout, and she came here to do a job, and she did it.
And you say lighter, like her mood. She seemed more smiley than ever before.
Yeah. I mean, I think people watching would say that as well.
100%.
Yeah. I agree. And Alex Gazan broke her leg, as we all know. Tragic. Could have been career ending, and then takes a second. Do we have a? Do we have? Is she the new gal? I think Alex is only 24 years old.
I can tell you, I wish I was 24 and could rebound like that. I feel like a serious injury. But just talking to her all weekend, there's still stuff that hasn't come back, just the volume of training, right? But she just killed it. And I think that just, the type of person that she is and the grit that she has, she put in the time, and even being off a couple months, she's still proving that she should be at the top.
As far as the programming go, any chance that you will ever have new programmers besides Josh and Chris?
Why? Because you guys don't like them?
Yeah, I mean that's one reason. That's one reason.
We nominate JR.
John, let's have a talk here. Why are you smiling? Why are you not talking?
I love Josh Bridges, by the way. I love Josh.
Yeah,
Bridges.
John, what's going on, dude?
I don't talk unless spoken to. Hit me.
Okay, all right.
John,
I'm not a fan. So, but it's
hey,
it's
listen,
y'all's
here's the deal.
competition. Y'all do what you want. It's not. I don't have anything like that's all you.
No need to get defensive. We're good.
I'm good. I'm good. You asked me to talk.
Hey, look, here's what I think. It's life. Not everyone is going to like everything that someone does. And it's okay if people don't agree or don't like the programming or don't like me. That's life. I think that, I'm a very loyal person. I think Josh and Chris have done a great job. And the Invitational has progressed through the years, and it's our style. It's the Invitational events, and there's going to be things that are different, and that's okay too. But I'm willing to have that conversation with anyone. But no, I have no plans of changing his programming.
But it's still early. That's still a year away.
Sure, it's still a year away.
All right. And any questions for Miss Motter? Sorry, Miss Henniger. Sorry. Holy shit.
I got one real quick.
Wait till I tell Bill that.
Every single year it seems like there's improvements, like you guys, just everything across the board, between like graphics, between like we were talking about the duel, the way that whole entire event was tightened up and how exciting it was. What is the process for that look like for you guys? Like, are you taking notes the whole entire time, or is there some sort of debrief afterwards, or all of the above?
So we debrief during events, in between events. We have nightly meetings, and then we meet right after the competition. I think we always have notes of even things that went well. How could we improve it? But we've also listened to the feedback that the duel has been too long and it's not watchable. While it's a fun event on site, it's hard to watch on broadcast. And so we've taken that. And I think this year was the best year it's ever been. And I think making that change, going men, women, to give us more time, because the big time the last time suck the last couple of years has been making sure that we have we've gotten through the appeals and we're making sure the times are right. So when you index through, and this year by adding the other, by going female, male, then we could deal with the women in the moment and not have to wait in between races. So it just sped it up so much more. And I don't know. It was freaking fun to watch.
It was. And do you have any particular like measures of success for the event for you personally at the end? Like, is there one or two things that you're looking for that you're like, hey, if we nail this year for these reasons, like I'm going to be really happy with it?
I think no delays. I think making sure for the athletes, it's, with limited judges on the floor, that's, one of the goals is not to get caught where we did, a few years ago. We had overhead squats in the duel, and we had some issues that you guys called out very loudly that we addressed. So I think just improving on that, but like looking at that, like we didn't have to, like scoring this year, we didn't really have to have any delays or anything like that. And I think that was a huge success. But I just look at, the bracket we put out for the show, like was amazing.
Sick.
So cool.
And so just little things that we can continue to add and improve on is always the goal, and how to make it a more complete package for what we're putting out.
There was we were looking at the handstand event yesterday, and we were told that they were brief no kip. Was Laura Horvat and Kerstetter, were they kipping? And is that something that needs to be addressed in the future?
I think there's always things that can be addressed on movement standards, judging, all of the above. And I would like that. That's an ongoing thing for any competition. So yeah, it's always something to look at.
When you looked at it, do you think she was kipping?
From where I was sitting, I couldn't see her lane
Well,
specifically.
I'll have you back on after you watch the video.
Okay, we can do that. I'm gonna go watch all the other people that you didn't pick on either, so we can we have a chat about that too.
But it's her and Olivia Kerstetter. It's nobody else.
Okay.
We swear we watched the tape. We promise nobody else.
Leave
John,
Kerstetter alone.
No,
Leave Kerstetter alone.
I'll just take your word for it. And I
They're
won't
all
listen
great.
to
I love
anything else.
Olivia. I
JR, do you have anything you would like to say?
No.
Hey.
Katie, fantastic event. Means the world to me that you come on. Always willing to take the hard questions. You're a wonderful human being. Glad I know you. And thanks for adding value to the space and to all of humanity by pushing the health thing forward. It's the most important thing we got going on the planet today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. I give you guys a hard time because I feel like someone has to, but I do really appreciate you guys covering the sport too and doing a good job of raising issues up and talking about things that other people aren't looking at.
All right. And thank you for making a few of the athletes filthy rich. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. See you guys.
Ciao.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you.
doing, girl. Thank you.
Katie Hener. What a beast. Flem Nasty 11. You all think we ever see a pegboard sideways, peg down board like a map? Oh, one during a workout. Oh, yeah. So that's the way I have them set up at my house. You go up, over, and down.
Yeah, that's for Ninja Warrior. We don't do that bullshit.
That's when Jacob Hepner programs Rogue.
JR, you think we ever see that? We think we see that at Crash 2026?
Absolutely not at Crash.
Oh, you think it's too gimmicky, or why? What do you not like it? I think it's a good question.
No, I don't. I already question the block integrity of my building. I'm not gonna put more holes in it if I don't have to.
Or more wall. Okay.
And what are you really testing there at that point, anyways, with the up,
The
and over
funsies
and like
for
down?
funsies.
Yeah, again, I
Yeah.
think I think if you can only make a rope so high, and there's only one Zeus. So if you want to see them have to stay on the rope longer, you just put a tape line, and they have to go up, down, up, down, up, down without coming back to the cushion, and then you can separate who has better pulling or grip endurance. Same on a pegboard. You just have them do a certain number unbroken, or they go up to a line and they come back down, then they go up to a higher line and come back down. But I think that like making it a longer pegboard or making it across and then up and down is probably pushing it where it doesn't need to go.
How are you on time, John? Are you done?
I'm just waiting. When my mom gets here, I have to get off. But I'll stay on until she gets here.
Okay, let's power. We did the boys. Let's go through the ladies here. Emmetall tragically had to pull out 155. Haley with we think it's her Achilles. Haley Adams, 2013, 2016, 16, 17, 13, 18, 11. The only thing, the two things that were consistent were her oversized clothes and her placement, all outside the top 10. This is a world-class CrossFitter. What is going on?
Mental midget, dude.
She's not a world-class CrossFitter anymore.
This is outside of what we called Justin's bad years.
Yeah, she just seems like a completely different person. And she's better than this performance. So, and I really don't know what to make of it.
Day one. That's pretty much it. It was day one, and she was so far behind at that point, points wise. And who knows how she came into this event? Yeah, I think at that point she just kind of checked out.
Well, she wasn't even prepared for the bar muscle ups. I mean, she didn't even prepare.
Right.
Well,
I don't know. I don't even know, dude. It's really disappointing watching people like, yeah, I don't know. You think about like she has everything you could ever want. You know what I mean? And
Austin Hatfield, the Mayhem Empire.
Yeah.
Porsche.
I mean, she's been like raised in this insane community. And and it's just getting thrown away. Like she just doesn't,
she's been doing it for a long time though, too.
Okay.
Dude, we all been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, but
we still show up every morning and give it our best and like actually care to exist in this space, you know? Like, and she just shows up. She flies all the way across the pond to Rogue, to Scotland, to do this 3-day competition that is put on. You can make a fuckload of money if you want to, and then you just like don't care.
Well, we don't know that she doesn't care as well.
Okay.
Maybe she.
But
got
it's
like,
not an
the
unfair
body
assessment,
language,
Souza. It's not
the body language that she was providing to us. After day one, after the first event, was just meh. I'm just
When you-
here to hang
She
out.
could have been
When you
sick.
take
She could have been
20th in the
sick.
first event and you're Haley Adams, I mean, I'm
What if
not
she
saying
was
that she
sick?
doesn't have life going on, but that's like that not carrying is a fair assessment.
I mean, I would agree. She definitely. I think we all agree she checked out, but
100%.
maybe there's a reason for that prior to just the bad placement in day one.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I feel like we obviously know she has a history of just shit going on upstairs, but it's just, I don't know, man. You got like Paige Rogers just had a kid and she's coming out here and just laying it down
And just did crash.
and just did crash. Exactly.
Jody Lynn, perfect question. Sevon and Souza, very respectful for Katie. Great coverage. Now it's nap time. Yeah, thank you so much. Always generous with the donations. Really appreciate it. JR, any thoughts on Haley?
Yeah, I mean, I think that even when she was, I guess, what John would call world-class CrossFitter, maybe she just wasn't a very happy or enjoyable person. And the shift between her just general outlook toward life versus what it takes to be a top 5 games athlete, maybe that's now maybe in better balance. Maybe she's just now starting to ramp up training again. Maybe she took time off after the games. Who knows? Any of that stuff. But if you're any athlete and you get an opportunity to come to Rogue, I think you're crazy not to come, regardless of the shape that you're in. But I think she's still going out there and trying as hard as she can. I don't think when the clock starts, anyone doesn't try as hard as they can. But it's all relative to your fitness and where you're at compared to the field, for sure.
On a side note, JR is butt buddies with Haley's coach. So take that into
Yeah, what the hell, Angela? What are you doing?
consideration with JR's very sweet, solid, not an avoiding answer, but sweet answer. Paige Semenza, 16, 20th, 12th, 15th, 10th, 13th, 17th, 17th. She's been around a long time. Smaller athlete. Abigail Domit. People, a lot of hope for Abigail. Rogue was not her cup of tea. 10th place finish and then everything below the mark. She's talked about some changes in her training regiment over the last year. Thoughts?
Is she a Rogue rookie too? This is her first year at Rogue.
Yeah, I think she's a road. She is her first.
Yeah, I think it's just it's a different kind of competition too. And if you're not used to it or ready for it, it can smack you around a little bit.
Eat you up.
Fuliano had an event win out of Europe. I think she took right the same place everyone thought she was going to. Manon Anganese showed some glimmers of hope with 1, 2, 3, 4 workouts inside the top 9, but struggled to be a well-rounded CrossFitter this weekend. Paige Rogers, 14th, right below Emily Rolfe, kind of a staple in all the high-level competitions in the space. 2nd, 15th, 13th, 8th, 15th, 10th, 8th, 14th, 16th. You think if this same competition is in a year, she cuts all of those in half?
Yeah. I think she starts doing a lot of strength work. I mean, she's self-admittedly said her legs are not back. And I think this is
this was a leg workout.
The whole
leg
event was legs. Like you're just getting
a leg competition
destroyed. So yeah, I think next year she does really well.
JR, you liked Caleb's assessment?
Yeah, I would say event 1 and event 4 were very upper body intensive. Other than that, yeah, lots of legs. You see how she did on the log bar muscle up workout. The one that was surprising to me was event 8, taking a 14th, and really from the start, like from round 2 on, she was one of the slowest ones in her heat to get back to the next round of overhead squat. So I'm curious if that was just 8 events in 3 days, just adding up, just overall volume and just not being used to that, or if it was like more of a training thing. Like, hey, I need to touch the fire more often, because that workout, like we said, is the most like classic CrossFit nasty event there was.
You're talking about the run, sandbag,
overhead squat.
The couplet. Oh, okay.
Classic.
Emily Rolfe, I think, landed right where everyone assumed she'd land. That's kind of her spot. 19th, 16th, 5th, 18th, 14th, 18th, 3rd, 5th, 2nd. Any surprise there?
I always expect her to do better, I feel like. But
Well, I mean, last day she did good, so she was able
Sure.
to handle some of that volume, especially if you look at the 5th place finish on event 3. I mean, she's got some durability to her. Obviously, if you look at some of the other events there, especially when it comes into the upper body stuff, some big holes. So if she could tighten that up quite a bit, I mean, 19th on the first event, 18th on the 4th event.
Yikes.
But if you look at like JR was saying, like the couplet event or like the run and the jump rope climb one, I mean, much better performance there. So it looks like she just has some pretty big holes.
So the more CrossFit-y stuff she's good at.
She's good at, yeah.
Alexis Raptis, a lot of question marks around her. Took 12th. More to come. Maddie Sturt, 11th. Are we surprised that Brooke Wells and Danny Spiegel beat Maddie Sturt?
I think,
No.
I would be pretty surprised.
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
at Rogue. I mean, that's just. I think Brooke was 4th last year at Rogue. Like when you get a bunch of pulling from the floor, when you get heavy stuff, when you get handstand movements, the way that they typically test them, like she and Danny both are just going to be able to excel. Period.
True.
So just the beat down on the legs and the heaviness of the competition for her stature got to her.
It's just the style. I mean, Danny has 3 seconds against the best fitness athletes in the world outside of Tia. 3 seconds. Like that's really, really impressive.
Oh, what are you referencing? The second place finishes?
Danny has 3 second place
Oh,
finishes.
right. I know that is crazy impressive. We'll get to that in 1 second. Ariel Lowen hits a wall on day 3, 11th, 19th, 15th. Was that is that her age catching up to her? A few years ago, she was just like, hey, I just want to make a semifinals to get a placard. Now she's hung on for a tremendous 3 or 4 years. Is Ariel, is this the end of Ariel for long competitions, 3-day competitions?
I think she
And
looked
she
a
should have
lot.
been.
I think a typical 3-day competition, like a semifinal, Ariel is still someone that's going to take spots. Like she's still going to go finish in the top 2 and make the games. I think 9 in 3 days is a lot different. And it kind of looked like that today, that the whole weekend just kind of was like, man, I'm tired. Like I could see that for sure.
Look at event 3, 19th place. Like that got her.
Brutalized her.
Brooke Wells, any chance that this finish will invigorate her to go one more year?
No, I don't think she's gonna announce retirement from the CrossFit Games season and then come back and do it again. I would think if anything, she keeps doing like other competitions, then that's it.
Danny Spiegel, crazy impressive with this 3 second place finishes, similar to Jason Hopper taking 3 first place finishes. But then just implodes on the final day when it actually comes to the CrossFit stuff. 19th in the run, 15th in the overhead squat, burpee couplet, and then the bike and the bag carry, 14th. A little surprised on that final workout that she didn't do better?
I was, because I picked her. I thought she would have done better, but I think maybe it was the bike that kind of messed her up a little bit. And then also too, who knows, like the amount of volume she's doing. I don't really like, for whatever reason, I see Danny as somebody who just maintains more than tries to like shorten up weaknesses. And so who knows, maybe just the volume of the weekend caught up with her at that point.
Hey, JR, if you know you're going to take 19th in an event, why even bother doing it? Why not just because you don't want to feel the wrath of the fans? Like, fuck being a good sport. Why not just why doesn't she just kick back in that and chill and then take a 10th and a 5th in the last 2 events and jump up the leaderboard?
No, I mean, I think if you're going to enjoy events 2 and 3, you need to suffer through event 7 the same way.
You think there was a minimum work requirement?
No, but I don't think she's a quitter. I think she's still going to go out and try.
But it's not. But it's a competition. It's not about being a quitter. It's about being higher on the leaderboard.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I don't know. Maybe there was an effort rule like they tried to employ at the. They did that the semifinals one year at the games or whatever.
Like if people are gonna say, "Hey, this is a real sport," then you game it.
Yeah.
Then you game it for the last day. I mean, she knew she wasn't going to do what she knew she was going to take 19th in that, right? There was no question.
I don't know if she knew she was going to take 19th, but I'm sure she knew it was not going to be a good event for her.
Yeah.
Grace Walton, incredible performance on the final day. Huge smile, ninth, and a first. Getting better coming out of Oceania. Danielle Brandon, 6th place. I think she took 4th at the games. 6th place here. 18th and a 16th. The heavy back squat, like we all guessed, the squatting, snatching, and the bag crushed her.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is like her event anyway. Like this Rogue as a whole usually is her kind of her shit.
Danielle's shit?
I think so.
She usually gets tore up with a lot of the heavier stuff that they have. But I mean, she did well where you would expect her to do well. Why am I drawing a blank on the 16th there? What was that last event yesterday? I can't remember what it was now.
It was after the dual
deadlift workout.
Yep, deadlift handstand push up.
Yeah, exactly. So where you would think she would do poorly at, she did poorly at. The handstand push-ups weren't really relevant in that event. Had they been like how John had said with like doubled or even like the strict, I think she would have placed higher there. We might have even seen her inside the top 5. So yeah, that heavy back squats, heavy deadlift, you know, that's where she would fall off. She fell off. And the 12th, you know, I think we've talked about it a lot. That's just more like, do you have this? It's like skill acquisition. Do you have the ability to do that pegboard or do you not? In middle of the pack, therefore. But yeah, she did poorly where we would suspect she would, and she did great on everything else. I think it's actually good for her, this 6. When you look at take away that 16th and the 18th, and she's right in the mix. She's like,
so once again, yeah, she couldn't do the final deadlift, so she couldn't do the heavy stuff, and that's Danielle Brandon's story.
Yeah.
Kerstetter took a 17th. Was that the pegboard? Was that the pegboard event?
Mm-hmm.
A very impressive 2 first place finishes, a 3rd and a 5th. As to echo JR again, that was the only piece of equipment that she probably didn't have access to. Although people said Heppner does have quite the extensive pegboard setup over there at the strip club.
Is she still over there that often though? I don't know. Is she still in proximity with him, like that close all the time?
Or she's in Nashville. Do they have that in Nashville? You'd think Tia would have that around.
Yeah, but she's not an on-site athlete.
Yeah, I didn't think she was.
Yeah.
I think she's still in Kansas City.
Surprised on that 17th on that, JR?
No, I'm really not surprised at anyone who had a low place finish on that workout, probably more than any of them, because the lateral pegboard's only been around 1 year. The log's been around 4. So as far as what you could expect, I think a lot of people probably thought, they won't do it a 4th year in a row, muscle ups on the log. And maybe that's kind of what they were putting their stock in, which is probably a little bit irresponsible. But I think the lateral pegboard is a lot more of a one-off.
Go ahead. One more question, and maybe John knows this one too. Going back to Daniel Brandon, this is her best finish at Rogue ever? The 6th?
That is definitely a John question. I have no idea what her finish is.
Do we need to let him in? He's here. Sorry. I thought we knew he was in.
Oh. Is that her best? Is that Danielle Brandon's best finish at Rogue?
What is it, 6th?
6th, yeah.
6th.
I want to say she was 4th 1 year, but I will effort it.
Maybe it was the year that they changed Big Cat from the pegboard to the handstand walk, and she ended up winning that workout. It was the last year at Del
that
Diamond,
was last year. No, not that one.
It wasn't last year because they were in Scotland last year.
Right. That was 6 is her best finish.
I do want to point out this. Go ahead, Souza.
No, I was just speculating on that. Like, if the handstand push-ups would have been relevant in that deadlift workout, where she had the back squat workout, and that tore a lot of people up. But like, if you look at the handstand push-up workout, had it been doubled, like you had said, John, or even like a deficit there, like I think that completely changes the placement for her. And looking at all the other scores relevant to it, does that push her up to even a chance at the podium?
She'd have to make up significant. I mean, you gotta think. So who is she going against? Lucy Campbell. That's 35 points. I don't think she makes up 35 points on that workout. That's 7 places. And the last deadlift bar she couldn't lift, so it wouldn't matter what the handstand push-ups were. She would have beaten people like Laura if she could not do them, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, right.
But
because that played to a lot of people's strengths because the handstand push-ups weren't relevant or they kept them.
Right. But it didn't Lucy. Lucy's who she's trying to beat. If you're for podium, I'm saying.
Was something too to take away, I think, just in general from the leaderboard and from Danielle's performance specifically. She just got 4th at the game. She got 6th at Rogue with 2 workouts that you probably couldn't have written more poorly for her. Like she's a top 5 games athlete going into 2026, and I don't think anyone can argue that.
Yeah.
JR with the final word. I do want to say that this is a small victory for Kerstetter to take 16th to beat Paige, Manon, and Danny. She was not last in the run. She is about 20 seconds away from Fuliano, a minute away from Domit and Haley Adams. God, Haley took 13th on the run workout. That is wild. There's a lot. I think that there's a lot of room for Kerstetter in this run workout, which it was her worst event. I think we're only going to see upward and onward from Kerstetter in the run. And she's going to have to address that if she wants to be podium at the games. You have to be a great runner.
She already podiumed at the games.
Oh.
That got JR. that got JR.
Because I knew it was coming.
You have to be, I'll double down on the ignorance. You have to be a great runner to podium at the games. Emma Lawson is back. A 4th, a 14th, a 7th, a 5th, 13th, 12th, 1st and 2nd and 7th. Great final day. Started well, had some hiccups in the middle. Lucy Campbell, 15th, 11th, had to dig out of a hole, a 3rd, a 3rd, a 12th, a 14th, a 2nd, a 1st, and a 3rd. Wow, Lucy is the real deal.
And Lucy and Emma, very similar placements across the board for both of them. Like you look at their worst 2 finishes were right in the middle, like a 13th, 12th, 14th, 12th. Lucy did bad at the log muscle ups, and then Emma was bad at the power stair or the log press, whichever one it was. But very similar across the board as far as we were bad here and we're great here. She had the 2nd best last day of the weekend. Lucy had the 1st. I think this is what I thought Emma Lawson would be last year. I think last year I predicted that she would be on the podium, and then she withdrew from the Open a week after I said that. But this is what I saw. This is what I thought she was. And you saw what Lucy Campbell did last year at the games. Emma Lawson's right there with her, man.
And superficially speaking, if you look at their physiques, they have 2 very similar physiques. They have very well-rounded physiques. They don't look too. They don't look. I don't know what the word is.
Not too strong and big, and not too small and
lanky. Yeah, they're not too tall. They're not too short. Yeah, very, very similar physiques. We're going to see, I think, a lot of good races between these 2 for years to come. Go ahead, JR.
Yeah, I got a question for John. Top 3 athletes going into the 2026 season if everyone does the Open. Would you agree it's Tia, Laura, Lucy, or Tia, Lucy, Laura, in whatever order? Those 3. That those 3 are in a league, or do you think there's someone else?
I would put those 3 aside, but if you told me there was going to be a handstand push-up workout at the games, if you told me, like, when we guaranteed we knew that was going to be like a crux, the way this year was at the games, Laura would not be in that group. Okay, and I would put Tia in a tier of her own, Lucy in a tier of her own, and then I would put everybody else with Emma at the top of everybody else.
Okay, interesting. I was going to ask you if we kind of agree that those are the 3 to beat between Alex, Emma, Olivia, and Danielle, who finishes in the top 5. Like if you took that group of 7 athletes, which 2 are not in the top 5?
I would put Emma. I would put Emma above both of those 2.
Well,
all 3 of them, Alex, Olivia, and Danielle?
Yeah, I would. Olivia, Alex, and Danielle are very program dependent. I don't think Emma is program dependent. And I don't think Lucy, after this year's Rogue, I don't think Lucy's program dependent.
I agree.
And where I do think that way about Danielle, it showed her entire career. And I do think that way with Olivia. And Olivia could get good enough where she's not, and she'll be dangerous then because she's got the home runs that you guys have alluded to. But at this point, I think Olivia and Danielle are pretty similar, just different sides of the coin as far as what they're good at and bad at.
Yeah.
Where Lucy, Emma, and obviously Laura, I'll throw Laura so good that the one thing she's bad at, it just doesn't matter, are not program dependent.
Yeah.
An interesting thing to look at here is that 1, 2, 3, 4 events. Lucy beat Laura in 4 events. Alex beat Laura in 3 events.
Yeah, I mean, Alex is the biggest home run hitter there is, but that's why Lucy's so dangerous, man. Lucy, you don't just see workouts and think Lucy Campbell's going to beat everybody. She just does. Like the handstand walk deadlift workout that she beat Tia Toomey. Did anybody say Lucy Campbell's going to win this workout?
No.
Even the burpees, the other workout that she won with the burpees and the bike and the bar muscle ups. Like, I know we all think like she's going to, you asked me about her, she's going to be good. Nobody said, dude, she's going to take Tia to the cleaners. Nobody thinks that. She just does. That's why I thought I saw this workout like that burpee, the overhead squat burpee workout. I saw that like the one that she beat everybody at and was in a league of her own at the games. Different movements, but you move down the floor, you have urgency, and there's burpees. And dude, I think Lucy has the most heart out of everybody. You want to talk about grit? I even think she has more heart than Tia. Tia's just fitter.
I want to address that comment 1 second. Vindicate, VNDK8.com, VNDK8.com. Final round of C4 to get through the long day. Appreciate all the coverage, gentlemen. Head on over to Vindicate.com. Get all your cool CrossFit apparel. When Lucy was on the show, she said something about how she always wanted to be a professional athlete, and the window had closed on whatever sport or sports she was hoping to be professional in. And so she saw CrossFit and she said, oh, maybe I can be a professional athlete in this. There's something about that mindset that reveals her dedication to what she's doing and some bigger picture goals she has that we are seeing shine for sure.
And I think she's like, that is a great point, Savon, because if she sees like, oh shoot, I can be the best at this, like, then you start acting like you're the best at that. Like how you train, how you wake up every night, when you go to bed, what you eat, all the stuff, like all the little extra things that Matt Fraser was famous for. That's when you start doing that if you're Lucy Campbell.
Yeah, there's
Alex,
a little bit of foreshadowing there too. I mean, I think maybe it was after Wodapalooza, but people were talking to Lucy and they were like, well, you had this really, really strange wrist condition that took forever to heal and all this stuff. She was like, yeah. I was like, okay, well, I'll just become the best biker, squatter, and deadlifter. I guess that's just what I'll do. And that's what she did. and then when she got to the point where she could start using her wrist again, then she crossed that bridge. And then when she went to Wodapalooza, she's like, well, I haven't really been able to train ring muscle ups at all. So unless she's just extremely coy and modest with all of these statements like, I don't know, the programming doesn't look great for me this weekend, or I don't know how the ring muscle up event will go. It's the finale and I haven't been able to do any ring muscle ups. Unless that's the case, she has a very, very unique mindset that like kind of is capable of doing whatever she wants.
And JR, I'll put this to you, and like I would love to know your opinion. I think without those 2 years where she's non-existent and she's got a wrist thing and no doctor knows what to do, and basically we just have to cut her hand off and put a new hand on and then see what happens. I think without that happening, she's not as good as she is right now.
Yeah.
That's some God talk, John.
I mean, it's
because
she was probably doing things alone that no one else has done, and until you've been there before, until all the chips have been stacked against you, you're not ready to do things like that. And it might be the case, I don't know.
And that's what we were saying earlier, Matt, about Haley Adams.
Well, then you better watch out for
that's what
Gazan, too. Then you better
Lucy
watch out for
did.
Gazan, too.
Well, Gazan took 6 months off and came back. I don't. It's just,
She broke her leg.
Yeah.
She had neuropathy.
Hematomas.
Alex Gazan, a 5th, a 1st, a 10th, a 4th, a 5th, a 4th, a 10th, 11th, a 4th. She's the real deal. She should be absolutely insulted that JR and John didn't have her as part of the Lucy Tia Laura Horvat crowd.
Not for the games. Not right now. For Rogue, absolutely. She's done this before at Rogue.
John's like a dad talking to a kid. Can I have some ice cream? No, not right now.
Not right now. You got to earn that ice cream.
No, not right now. JR, you're good. Sorry, go ahead, Caesar.
No, I was just going to say that just the story about her breaking her leg and coming back and then doing this is really cool. And I'm glad she's back and she's healthy. And I really think that I look forward to seeing her this season and what she could do. And I think it was maybe it was Jenny on one of her dense updates or something that highlighted Tia made some comment and Alex said she basically took a shot at Tia playfully, saying she's going to go after for this year. And I like that mindset. We haven't really seen anybody with that, especially with Tia. They kind of just accept the second place. And so I hope that this gives her confidence in her training and everything else going into this season. She capitalizes on that and crushes it.
You know what's wild is that this was her first competition back after that after a 6-month hiatus, and she did break her leg. This is the biggest payday she's ever had.
Wow.
This is the best she's ever done in a major competition. This
Jake, I have to work for the next 6 months, dog. Good to go.
Jake's gonna retire early.
That's pretty crazy though, right? She got 4th last year, being absolutely fresh with 3 event wins, and then this didn't know what to expect, right? And I know the programming definitely has a role to play, but it's still her biggest payday ever, best major finish she's ever had.
Yeah.
Lucy's an athlete. That's what separates people that started as CrossFit teens versus athletes turned CrossFitters. JR.
And again, something else. Sorry, I know you're about to ask me a question. Let's not forget, before 2025, the last time Lucy Campbell is at the games, she has an event win. We didn't swim last year. She is that's a
dude.
Unless it's something that Tia can swim with her and then have other movements to pull away from Lucy on. Lucy is winning a swimming workout at the CrossFit Games. That's another thing too, that while a lot of people will take a hit on a workout like that, even at the top, it's just a question can someone run long? Okay, can they swim? It's just 2 of those monostructural movements that we always kind of group together as being a make or break for a podium type finish.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of out of sight, out of mind, but don't forget that she has home runs that other people don't have in the water.
And that's foreshadowing to when Tia finally retires, because Lucy's still going to be doing this. And I don't know when it might be 3 years from now. It doesn't matter. When Tia retires, even if Laura is there, Lucy's my pick to win the games.
You are JR, you are Alex's coach. What do you focus on this year?
Oh, if I'm Justin?
Between now and the games. Yep.
Geez, he knows her a lot better than I. I don't even know if I'm equipped to answer that question. But I would say still working on aerobic base for Alex is probably still going to be a focus, because she's already so powerful and strong. And then just movement, economy-wise, all things overhead. And I think she would say that, and Justin would probably say that too. Anything that's shoulder intensive, overhead stability, heavy snatch, heavy overhead squat, that kind of thing.
Do you want to point this out, going back to Lucy being an athlete, just even the way she grabbed the bag and knew to keep the bag just a little bit closer to her, grab the bag high, keep it close to her, and the way she locked her hands around the bag as opposed to how Alex did it, those nuances are going to be the difference between the two that are going to keep shining until Alex kind of picks up those intuitive athletic pieces. what's her name had her hands like this. Alex had her hands like this. I don't think that was the clasp to use. Laura Horvat, crazy impressive. I don't necessarily agree with John about the handstand push-ups setting her that far apart from Lucy and Tia. I do think that this year at the games there will be a workout with 200 16-inch deficit handstand push-ups for the women.
I do think with all my heart, if those handstand push-ups were a 2-inch deficit for the women, Alex Kazan wins Rogue Invitational.
You think she makes up 85 points?
I do, yes.
Mhm.
100%, and I feel very confident in it.
Yeah, because Laura would have stopped dead in her tracks, and she would have picked up. I mean, she would have lost so many points with that event.
What if there just would have been accurate judging?
No, and Alex wouldn't make that gap up. No, Laura would have been fine. She just wouldn't have been third. She would have been like 7th or 8th.
Mm-hmm. As opposed to like 18th or 17th.
You guys were talking about too. If I was going to ask Katie a question, this is the one I was going to ask her. And I didn't know if it would have been too detail oriented or not. Really, that workout was 12.963.1, and a lot of people were asking why the 1. And the question I was going to ask her is, the heaviest deadlift ever in a Metcon in CrossFit competition is 475 at the CrossFit Games.
Oh,
the next to last bar you have here was 455. Did you decide to tack on a 1 because you were like, you know what? Let's go ahead and get that. We got the heaviest deadlift ever in competition and make it 500, because it really affected a lot of the athletes being able to do that last bar or not. It really did, like for the leaderboard in general.
Absolutely.
Because I know when I programmed the flip sled workout, strict parallel, I absolutely went to Rogue and said, what was their deficit? 4 and 2. Okay, cool. I'm going to do 5 and 3. Like, because I just wanted to be like, well, what's the hardest that they've ever been asked to do? Okay, cool. I'm just going to go 1 inch higher than that. Like, I wonder if they put that on. If you look at the plates too for the guys, it was 2
what event
plates.
was that? Was that 6?
It was 6. It was 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates. So they went 225, 315, 405. They could have gone 495 and just stopped, but they went 455, 500 instead. So it's just interesting to me that 1 is on the end and that it was a clean 500 pounds. Like, did they just do that as like man, no one's ever going to forget this last deadlift for 500 in a Metcon? Again, way too much explanation for Katie to ask that question.
No, I think that would have been a great question. And the way
I think she
was good.
And the way she talked about the deadlift event, I think she would have liked it.
None of the men got capped in that workout.
Hey, what if the one they made it a 2-inch deficit? So just for Laura, if there's only 1 handstand push-up, but it's a 2-inch deficit, that would have been amazing.
An all dream.
Hey, think about this. We covered Crash, right?
Yes.
Gabby Hechtman would have beaten Laura in JR's flip sled workout. When that is true, it's hard for me to say that Laura is the fittest woman that's not Tia.
What the fuck's going on with our background?
What do you mean?
What you talking about?
Oh, is that the way it's supposed to be?
Yeah, it's Scotland, dog.
Didn't it say Rogue Invitational at the top?
Oh, maybe our.
Oh, it did. It was an overlay. There you go.
Maybe that's when we put up the call.
Hey, just
in case.
Because we're on this handstand push-up talk right now. If you look back at the semifinals, the IPQEs from the 2025 season, and you look at all the programming, you look online for the online semifinal, which is where most of the top athletes qualified. You look at Mayhem, you look at Syndicate, you look at Wadland, all of them. Not many people programmed handstand push-ups at all. I think they programmed like 20 strict in the middle of some chipper that Roman did and one of the European ones. I think maybe one of the other competitions programmed them. Most of the competitions had bar muscle ups. Mayhem was affiliated and did the 30-30-30. So we didn't get ring muscle ups. And at the games, we didn't get any ring muscle ups. It'll be really interesting to me to see if everyone overcorrects. And this year, everyone does ring muscle ups and everyone does an aggressive handstand push up. because the games did 30 parallel in the middle of a workout. And it was really like oh my gosh, they're doing 30 deep deficit in the middle of the workout. I'm just interested. Is everyone going to program deficit handstand push-ups this year? Is everyone going to program them strict? Is everyone going to program them on parallettes? Like, those are the kind of things, if you're looking at program dependent athletes, that's something to look out for next year is handstand push-ups, how often they come up and how they're served up.
Very good observation. And I think you're right. I think we will.
All right, gentlemen. John Young, Caleb Beaver, J.R. Howell, Matt Souza, myself. Did I say your name, Caleb? I did. Thank you, everyone. Great weekend. See you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Maybe we'll get a surprise guest on. Laura Horvat, your Rogue Invitational winner. Jeffrey Adler, your Rogue Invitational winner for 2025 out of Aberdeen, Scotland. Hennigers, Katie, Bill, Rogue, thank you for everything. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.